Hi, I'm Max. Welcome to Wake Up and Flow. Today's practice is going to be a 5 or so minute just stillness meditation to get started, and around a 30-minute or so flow once we get through the full practice. If meditation isn't in your practice today, go ahead and fast forward 5 or 6 minutes and then just join us in flow. You'll find us and we'll meet you there. If you're joining for meditation, again, the intent is to do really just you'll be guided for the first minute or so, and then just stillness. So allow yourself to just be and have no responsibilities or anything whatsoever, and just really come into tune with your body. So go ahead and sit in a seated position. Your legs can be extended out in front of you or cross-legged as I am right now. You may also, just to really relax into it, if you want some support for that lower back, feel free to sit up against a couch or a chair or something to give your back some lower support. I'm actually going to use the wall today. I'm a little bit sore in my lower back. So I'm just going to use that again to give me some additional support. All right, so wherever you find yourself in that position, go ahead and really stretch that body up. Open that chest up just a bit, bring those shoulders back. Raise that neck, really elongate it as far as is comfortable for you. Maybe give that head a shake for just a second. Start to loosen it up a little bit. Roll those shoulders back and really just allow them to drop and start to relax. Feel the ground beneath your bottom really pushing up and holding you and supporting you as you head into proper meditation. Go ahead and bring your pointer fingers and your thumbs together in an OK sign and drop them to the front of your knees. It's a symbol of grounding as we start our practice. So go ahead and drop those eyes closed if they're still open. Allow everything to start to relax. You have no responsibilities right now. This is time for you to just breathe. Scan your body to see how you're feeling for today. If you're just waking up, do you have any anxiety or any soreness? If it's the end of your day, have you had a tough one? Have you had a great one? Is there any emotion stored or centered anywhere within your being? With normal breath, slowly just allow everything to drop down. You don't have to hold it up right now. You don't have to support anything. You don't need to be thinking of anything. This is the time for you. Whatever thoughts may be creeping in, you can choose to address them and explore them, or just gently brush them away. We're going to take a few breaths together, and then you'll be on your own. Let's start with a big deep breath in through your nose. And an exhale out your mouth. Again, a big deep breath in through your nose. And an exhale out the mouth. Last one together. Deep breath in through your nose. Hold. And a big exhale out the mouth. Returning to your normal breath again. Are your shoulders starting to relax? Are you holding any tension? Just let it all go. And just sit in stillness. Start to bring that mind back. Give your body a scan, see how you're feeling in this moment. Have you found some healing in some of those rougher areas? Or are you feeling lighter as you start your day? Go ahead and open those eyes if they're still closed. Again, see how you're feeling. Maybe give yourself a little shake. Bring yourself back to present to get ready to get into our flow. For those that are new to meditation, 5 minutes may be difficult for you. I encourage you to keep doing 5 minutes a day in your own practice and maybe extend that out to 10 and then 20 or whatever works for you. But such an important part of, should be part of your daily practice. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So if you're just joining us for flow, we're going to do about a 30-minute flow, just a little bit of everything. We'll see how it goes. So find yourself in a comfortable seated position, long back, long neck, really stretching up high. And let's go ahead and let that right ear drop to the right shoulder. Just let the head hang, let gravity just pull. And when you're ready, deep breath in through your nose. And on the exhale, come back to center. Drop that left ear to the left shoulder. And letting it just hang, whatever's comfortable for you. Deep breath in through your nose. And on exhale, come back to center. Let's go ahead and bring that right palm to just to the right of you, and your left arm straight up. And we're going to lean over to the right, maybe glancing up at that hand up in the sky. Deep breath in, and on your exhale, maybe deepen that stretch just a little bit further, maybe feeling it all the way into that left hip. Deep breath in, arm extends up over top and lands right beside you, and right arm up, and we switch over to the other side. Throughout the practice today, feel free to follow along, but close those eyes when it's comfortable, or just do whatever feels good for you. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Just listen to your body. Deep breath in, arm up, and hand lands to your neck, right next to your bum. Right, both arms up. Reach out in front of you. Maybe tiptoe those fingers forward. Let that head drop. Let it hang heavy. And on the next inhale, walk those hands back up to center. Extend those legs out in front of you. And since we're just getting started, you might want to have a slight bend in your knees. That's okay. We're just getting warmed up. Arms up overhead. Let them wash over top and then flow down through your body, reaching out towards your toes. Last thing to drop is that head. Maybe tiptoe those fingers again, just a little bit further as you take a deep breath in. And a big exhale, walking those hands back. Scanning one more time, arms come up. And washing down towards your feet. You might grab under your ankles or your shins, the bottoms of your feet, however you're feeling today. Again, letting that head hang heavy. And on your next inhale, slowly walk those hands back. Go ahead and bring them behind you, your fingertips pointing away from your body. Open up those shoulders, maybe bring those hands just a little bit closer together. Open that chest high, really reach up towards the ceiling. Breathing into it. And another deep breath in. And an exhale, slowly come out of that. We're going to go ahead and rotate over into your tabletop position. So tabletop, hands, palms underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. If you're familiar with your standard cat-cow, so your cow arching with your head reaching up and your bum reaching up, and then round it back out into your cat. So that's your standard position. We're actually going to do a little bit of rolling today. So we're going to roll back in that cow position, and then round it out into your cat and start to roll forward. So your shoulders coming over your hands, And once you get there, start to arch that into your palm, maybe bend those elbows a little bit, and then round it out. So perfect example of, now you've got the motion, just start doing whatever's comfortable for you. Yes, you look ridiculous. Yes, it looks silly. But there's some areas that feel good. You might want to weave a little bit to one side, and then maybe to the other. Let's give that 3 more rolls. And then when you're ready, we're going to meet in your tabletop position. One more roll. And then we're going to meet walking through tabletop and into your plank. Holding that plank, scan that body, try and bring some straightness, level, maybe drop those hips a little bit, whatever's comfortable, and we're starting to warm those arms up. So go ahead and right hand to the left shoulder, and just do some taps. Again, just starting to warm up a little bit. One more each side. And when you're ready, we're going to start to lift that bum through your downward dog, but walk those hands back towards your feet. You might want to introduce a micro bend into those knees, and you let that body hang in that ragdoll position, and then we slowly roll up to the top. Arms out to the side, meeting up overhead. And then we fall forward. Forward fold to the mat. Slight bend into the knees, and then we're going to walk those hands forward, meeting once again in your plank position. Once in plank, let's lift that right foot off the ground and we hold for 1, 2, 3. Comes to the mat. Left leg up. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Foot drops. Let's go ahead and walk those hands back. We're going to hang. And again, slow roll. Back to the top. Arms up overhead. Forward fold. Walking those hands back. Meeting in that plank position. This time right foot comes up. Knee comes to nose, and start to bring some stretching and arching in that back. Really separating those shoulder blades. Reaching that right leg back, down to the mat, left foot up, knee to nose. Again, elongating that space between those shoulder blades, maybe up on that tippy toe that's on the mat. Left leg comes back, and down. Again, walking those hands back. Hanging long, and a slow roll. Arms up overhead, slow reach. Standing up, and last forward fold. Again, slow walk, meeting me in a plank position. Let's hold here for just a moment. When you're ready, right leg comes up, and it meets you right on the outside of both of your hands. So lizard lunge, so foot is on the outside of those hands. Lift that chest up as far as it's comfortable for you. You might want to come up on your fingertips if that helps just a little bit, and start to feel that stretch in that groin area. Holding here, deep breath in, and on your exhale, that back knee comes down to the mat, foot flips under. Start to push back into your half split. You can leave those hands on the left side, or you can surround each side of the ankle, whatever's comfortable for you. Really nice. Start to move out of that half split, come back into your lizard lunge. We're going to hold for a minute. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can come down onto an elbow. If you have a block, you can also introduce that here now. Again, we're going to hold for just a few more moments. If you're stretching down, let that head hang low. Great. If you're ready, if you're not up on your hands, go ahead and come up now. We're going to lift that right hand into a slight twist. So right arm up to the sky. If you want to take your bind, go ahead and bind now. Otherwise, right arm up, head glancing at that hand. And when you're ready, hand comes back to the mat. Right leg comes back, and it drops. Switching sides, left foot up. Foot comes up outside of those hands once again. And we hold in that lizard. So again, you can come up onto those fingertips if comfortable, raising that chest as far as is comfortable for you. And when you're ready, drop that right knee down, foot flips under. And we start to push back into your half split. Let that head drop heavy, relaxing those shoulders. Breathe into that stretch. Feel it deepen, just the warmer that you get. And when you're ready, let's walk those hands forward, meeting back in your lizard. Flip that back foot under. And again, stay here. Just holding that stretch a little farther. If you want to challenge yourself, come down on one elbow or on both elbows. Really nice. If you're down on your elbows, come back up to your hands, lifting that chest up. Let's go ahead and rotate over. Flipping to the side so that your left knee is bent. Your right foot is pointed up towards the ceiling. We can hold here. Your goal is to have your foot flat. It's okay if it doesn't. Mine never does. We're going to hold here. If you want to bring those hands into prayer using that left elbow to push that knee, chest comes up. Again, reaching up as high as you can. And when you're ready, you're going to push over to the other side. Same stretch, other side, chest comes up. Leaving those hands on the mat, or use that right elbow to push that knee. Hands come into prayer. Use those palms to push against each other, putting that pressure on that knee. Excellent. When you're ready, come to the middle. We're going to meet in a form of goddess. If you want to start, bring that chest up off the ground. You can go ahead and put those hands on the knees. Not really a yoga pose, but if you're an athlete, it's pretty comfortable. Again, rotating the shoulders in, just whatever feels really good for you. And if you want to go full goddess, go ahead and kind of tiptoe those heels in and drop those elbows into those knees. And again, just kind of pushing a little bit here. Heels flat if you can, toes pointing out. And when you're ready, hands come to the mat. Just go ahead and lean forward. Again, introducing that stretch, just head hanging heavy, maybe flowing a little bit to each side. And you're ready, slow roll up into your standing position. Let's go ahead and roll those shoulders back, bring those feet together. Let's take a moment, bring those arms up overhead. Meet me in prayer here. Arms come up, pointer finger to the top. Go ahead and lean over to the right. Really breathing into that lower back area. Deep breath in, come back to center. Let that back readjust, and then same over to the other side. Nice deep breath in. Again, hands come down into heart center. Take a minute, scan the body. It should be starting to wake up. You can actually feel the prana energy starting to move throughout that body. Warming up as we get started. Hopefully that feels good. Let's go ahead and meet at the top of the mat. We're going to start in Tadasana. So arms out to the side, feet almost together but parallel. Deep breath in, arms overhead. And forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Back straight or back flat. Exhale, fold. Step back with that right foot. Left foot comes to meet it. Go ahead and come to your knees, flowing through tabletop, chest to the floor, meeting in your cobra. So arms straight, pelvis is still on the floor. Holding here for just a moment. Again, just warming up that back. Maybe lift that pelvis up into your upward dog, and then flip and push into that downward dog. Take a minute to walk out those feet. And when you're ready, right leg comes back and comes forward between those hands. Left heel drops and arms come up, meeting in warrior one. I'm gonna switch sides. Deepen that lunge. We're gonna just introduce some leg work a little bit into this flow. And let's open that up into your warrior two. Again, readjust, heel should be aligned. And right leg straightens, arms come up overhead. And then we drop down into that warrior two. Deeper lunge this time. And straighten that leg, arms come up overhead. And open back up. Flip that hand. We're gonna reverse your warrior. Left palm behind that left knee, right arm overhead. Really nice. Let's go back into your warrior two. Hands meet at the floor, right leg comes back. Maybe three-legged or one leg up, chaturanga, whatever's comfortable for you. And again, we meet in that downward dog position. Left leg back. Knee comes to nose, meeting in between those hands. Right heel drops, coming through warrior one. Opening up into that warrior two. Deepen that lunge. Hold it for just a minute, realign. And when you're ready, left leg straightens, arms come up overhead. And open out into your warrior two. Straighten that leg, arms up overhead. Warrior two, flip that hand, reverse that warrior. Really nice, deep breath in, arms come forward, cartwheel down to the mat, left foot back. And again, chaturanga through, either through your knees, through your flow, and meeting me again in that downward dog position. And when you're ready, come up on those tippy toes, bring a bend into those knees, and then either hop or step forward, meeting those hands. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, overhead. And we go at it again, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time left foot comes back, right comes to meet it. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga through, meeting in your downward dog. This time left leg comes up, knee to nose between those hands. Coming through your warrior one, and right into that warrior two. Deepen that lunge. And when you're ready, straighten that leg, arms come up overhead. And extend down. Warrior two. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, up to warrior two. Flip into that reverse warrior. Inhale, arm extends, really reach forward, elbow to knee. Right arm comes up into your extended side angle. Really nice, back into that warrior two. Again, straighten that leg, arms come up, open that back up, one. Deepen that lunge, extend up, two, open. We're gonna reverse, but this time hands to head, open those elbows, chest open. Reach that left elbow up to the sky. Nice, onto your warrior two, cartwheel forward, and you know what to do. Meeting me in downward dog. This time right leg comes back, through your hands, right through warrior one and opening into that warrior two. Deepen that lunge, right leg straightens, arms come up, open it back up, straighten, eyes come back up, and open, flip that hand, reverse that warrior. Really nice. Extend that arm forward, right elbow to knee, and extend that side angle. Maybe looking up at that hand if that's comfortable for you. Excellent. Back into warrior two. Again, straighten that leg, arms up. Let's open that back up again. Straighten that leg, arms up. Open it back again. This time, hands behind the head, elbows open, chest open. Reverse that warrior. Open back into warrior two, cartwheel those hands. And again, flow through. Meeting in dog. Up on those toes, bend those knees, and then hop and step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, exhale. Inhale, arms up overhead. Nice and slow, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Right leg comes back, left comes to meet it. Knees, chest, chin, or flow chaturanga. Meeting in downward dog. This time, right leg comes back. Knee comes between those hands. You know what to do. Right through warrior one, opening into your warrior two. Deep lunge. Straighten that leg, arms up. Open it back out. Arms come up. Open it back out. Reverse that warrior and hold. Flow, arm comes forward. Right elbow to knee, left arm over. Extended side angle. Inhale back into warrior two. Straighten that leg, arms up. And open back up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open back up. Hands behind the head, open those elbows to that chest. And reverse that warrior. Again, play with it, whatever feels good for you, or whatever is sore or tight. And then open back into your warrior two. Turn those hips just a little bit, bringing that back foot pointed under. We're going to bring arms up into your warrior one. We're going to bring a slight bend into those legs, and we're going to push, launching into your warrior three. Let's have a nice bend in that lower leg. Actually deepen it way more than you might normally do. Again, just bringing some strength and some balance into that bottom support. If you want to play, you can bring those arms overhead. Really nice. You might want to play with straightening that leg, not completely, but just a bit. And then bend it back down again. Bring those hands to your knee, and then slowly roll down your leg, bringing that chest to the mat. Bring that chest towards the mat, hands meet the mat. And now we're in your standing split, so you can use that leg for support. You can hold on to it, both hands on the mat, whatever's comfortable. Head hangs low. And when you're ready, start to lift that chest a little bit. Bring those, walk those fingers forward just a little. You're going to start to open those hips, right hand on the mat, and start to lift that left hand up, meeting in a half moon. So if you have a block, you might want to use this now. If you want to play, you can start to lift that right hand off the mat. Again, bend, slight bend in that lower knee. Lost my balance. You get the idea. If that left arm is up hand is up towards the sky, go ahead and bring it down to the mat. And when you're ready, left foot comes down to meet it. We're going to inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And then here we're going to roll that body. Really nice. Last flow, other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And fold. Left foot comes back. Right to meet it. Flow through. Meeting in downward dog. When you're ready, left foot comes up. Knee to nose between those hands. Back foot drops. Right through warrior one, opening up into that warrior two. Left leg straight, arms come up and meet. Open. One more. Straighten that knee and open. Flip that hand, reverse that warrior. Deep breath, arm extends, elbow to knee, right arm overhead, and reach, extended side angle. Opening back up into your warrior two, straighten that leg, arms up. Open, deep, deep lunge, extend arms up. And open, hands to head, elbows open, and reverse that warrior. Opening back into your warrior two, slight movement into your warrior one. And we're going to start to bring some support into that lower leg, launching into your warrior three. Hands in prayer, straight out ahead. Introducing significant bend to that front leg if that's comfortable for you. Really challenging that leg balance and strength. Maybe straighten it out. And introduce some bend again. Those arms are out or prayer, either one. Start to bring them to the knee, rolling down that leg into your standing split. Really nice. Try and rotate those hips so that they're really focused towards the mat. Don't worry about how high your leg is going. Again, just whatever feels good. Now we'll bring those hands forward a little bit. Head starts to lift. Left hand gains some balance. Right arm starts to lift into your half moon. Hips start to open. You can look out, great. Again, block if you have it. And if you would like to lift, challenge just a little bit. Lifting that front hand off the ground. And exhale, hands come back to the mat. Slowly bend that knee, both of them, bringing them together. Meeting down. Make sure that back is readjusted. And when you're ready, we're going to slow roll up to the top. Really good. Roll those shoulders back. Again, hands start center. Take a minute. How's that body feeling? Feel that energy flowing through. Really waking up. Really nice. Okay, relax. Come to the middle of the mat. We're going to do a couple of eagles. I'm terrible at this, but we're going to give it a go. Starting on your right leg balance, you're going to introduce that left leg up. Start to cross it over. If you can't do the full bind with your legs, that's okay. Just bring it to balance either beside you or just whatever's comfortable. But really crossing those knees and introducing a bend. Hips are tight together, chest is up, arms out, right arm underneath the left. And lifting those elbows as much as is comfortable for you. Feel that stretch between those shoulder blades. Lift that chest up a little bit higher, head high, pulling up to the ceiling. If you want to take it forward, you can go ahead and do that now. Elbows start to come down towards the mat. Again, really maintaining that balance. Elbows to knees, head looking down at the floor. And on your inhale, use those elbows to lift that chest and that body back up. Beautiful. Release those arms, undo those legs. We're going to switch sides, starting with the legs. Arms out to this side, left arm below right. Again, tighten the leg bind, whatever's comfortable. We're going to hold, focus on that stretch between those shoulder blades. Elbows lifting, hands lifting to the ceiling. And when you're ready, use those elbows stretching forward, in front of you, and then down towards the mat. Really nice. When you're ready, use those elbows to lift. Hands up, really stretching. And unbind those arms, and bind those legs, and shake it out. Really nice. Back to the top of the mat. Arms up overhead. Let's go ahead and sit in that chair position. Really, maybe separate those feet a little bit. Really lower down into those hips. Bringing those hands together, let's introduce a chair twist. So left elbow to right knee, right elbow up towards the sky. Really push those palms together, introducing more stretch in that chest. Nice, gentle, squeezy twist. Really nice. Relax those arms. Come back into that chair and switch sides. Same thing, pressure in those palms, really using that to stretch that shoulder blade, elbows apart. Nice, relax those arms. Come back into that chair. Come back into your standing position. Relax those arms, and we're gonna come down to the mat. Nice. Okay, sitting here, we're gonna come into a boat pose, so feet out in front of you, arms straight. And we're gonna start with some toe taps, left, right, just a gentle tap to the mat. Really great. Opening that chest, head up to the sky. Don't crouch those shoulders, really keep them open. Really nice, just a few more on each side. Should be nice and warm. And last one. Great, and we're gonna slow roll down to the mat. Really focusing on that core, those abs, those obliques. And down to the mat, your head is the last thing to drop, arms up overhead. Lifting that left leg up to the sky. Right leg comes up to join it. Lift that upper back off the mat if that's comfortable for you. If not, stay there. And same thing, we're gonna go left leg, left arm drops. And then back up. Right. Back up. Left. Nice. One more, left. And then right. Really good. Head comes down to the mat, knees bend towards you. Really open those legs up. Try and flatten those shoulders and those back to the mat. Maybe rock it out, that's comfortable. Again, whatever feels good. All right, we're gonna give it one bridge. Those feet come to the mat. Lift those hips off the ground. You might want to clasp those hands beneath you, or just lift the bum up, either one, whatever's in your practice today. If you want to clasp those hands, roll those shoulders out underneath you to give you additional support. You might want to come up on your toes. If wheel is in your practice, go ahead and pop up into wheel. This will be the only one we're doing. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And a big exhale, loud one. Really nice, gentle. Let that bum come to the mat. Adjust those shoulders again. A small rock for that lower back. Let it reset, readjust. All right, when you're ready, let's bring that left knee in. Hold. Right leg comes out in front of you. Start to lift that right leg up. Let's cross that left ankle over the right knee. Introduce a bend into that right knee. Left knee loops through, clasping the front of the shin or behind the leg, whatever's comfortable for you. And start to pull back towards your body. Be mindful of the stretch in your legs while also trying to bring those shoulder blades and that back flat to the mat at the same time. Really nice. Release that knee. Let those legs start to come forward. Right foot to mat. Grab that left knee and slowly pull it over to the right hand side, keeping those legs bound slightly. And knee comes to mat. Again, readjust those shoulders, trying to flatten that back. Left arm straight out to the left side. You might want to look over that left hand. Just a gentle twist. nice. Head back to center. Use that right hand. Maybe the left one comes to guide that left knee back. Readjust that spine. Unbend those legs. Again, slight rock in those knees. Left knee straightens. Left leg straightens. Right knee comes in. Right leg comes up. Right ankle over left knee. Loop, thread those hands through, grabbing that shin or again behind that knee, whatever's comfortable for you. Opening those hips, again, shoulders are dropping back to the mat. Head flat. Really nice. Release those hands, let that foot come to the mat. Maybe grab that left knee, pulling it across the body into that gentle twist. Right arm comes out to the side. Adjust those shoulders, flatten that back. Upper back. Again, maybe glance over that right hand. With a gentle pressure on that right knee. Really nice. Release, maybe bring that right hand to that right knee, guiding it back. Both feet come to the mat. Again, slight sway in those knees, just kind of relaxing, bringing everything back to center. Let's pop those knees up, bringing them tight into the body. If you want to introduce shoulder stand, you can do that now. Otherwise, I'm going to just sit here. Maybe come into a child's pose. Again, whatever you feel, whatever feels good for you or whatever you need in this moment. If you're in child's pose, bring those feet together. Starting to push those knees out in the butterfly. Again, flat back, flat shoulder blades. Really nice. Release those ankles. Feet come to mat. A little shake. One more time, bring those knees in. Wrap those arms around. Give yourself a really big hug. And release that body straight out. Start to bring those arms down into your corpse pose. Shavasana, give it a slight wriggle. Short Shavasana, just to thank your body for everything you just did. Really nice. Start to move those fingers. When you're ready, roll over to that side. Meet me in a seated position. As we close this practice, I talked a bit about prana throughout and feeling the energy through the body. So I want to close with just one exercise my awesome yoga teacher taught us long ago. So I'm going to stretch those arms up overhead. Coming down prayer to the middle. Open those arms out. Arms come up overhead. Palms come down. Open those arms. Last one, arms up overhead. Don't meet those palms, just come really close. And then bring them down to center. Don't let them touch. Take a minute, close those eyes, bring those elbows up. See if you can feel the energy between your hands. The energy, the prana that's radiating from the body. If you want to play, maybe bend those fingers. See if you can actually feel that force. You can actually play with that energy. something that you just created in that practice, and it's a very tangible, real thing. Can you feel it? It's almost like a magnetic force. All a result of the practice that you just did. Again, bring those arms out to the side, arms up overhead. This time they meet. Bring those thumbs to that forehead and just let them rest gently there, relaxing those shoulders, elbows out. Thank you for joining me in this practice. I hope it was your wake up and flow and gives you a beautiful day or a beautiful close to the end of the day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.